Good morning, students. Let's move to the next topic, root apical meristem. Root apical meristem. Root apex is present opposite to the shoot apex. The roots contain root cap at their apices and the apical meristem is present below the root cap. Look at this picture. Here is the region of root cap. There are different theories proposed to explain root apical meristem organization. 4 different theories, namely apical cell theory, histogen theory, Carper-Cape theory and quiescent center concept. Let's see one by one. Apical cell theory, which was proposed by Nageli. The single apical cell or apical initial composes the root meristem. A single apical cell which composes the root meristem. The apical initial is tetrahedral in shape and produces the root cap from one side. So one side it produces the root cap, remaining 3 sides which produces epidermis, cortex and the vascular tissues respectively. So it was found in vascular cryptogams. So apical theory says about this apical cell. Second theory is called histogen theory, which is proposed by Hanstein and supported by Strasburger. The histogen theory as applied to the root apical meristem, which speaks of 4 histogens, namely dermatogen, peribulum, plerome and calyptrogen. There are 4 histogens. Histogens are nothing but 4 different zones of this cell. The 4 different histogens are dermatogen, peribulum, plerome as well as calyptrogen. Each zone or region or the histogen shows different functions and gives rise different regions of the root. Dermatogen, it's the outermost layer. This part, outermost layer is dermatogen. It gives rise the root epidermis. And the peribulum is the middle layer which gives rise to cortex. And the plerome is the innermost layer. It gives rise to stele. You know very well there are 3 different regions revealed in the root, stem and leaf. They are epidermis, cortex and stele, which is derived from these various regions. And this calyptrogen, it gives the root cap. Root cap derives from the calyptrogen. So histogen theory states these regions. Next theory, Carper-Cape theory, proposed by Schultz. This Carper theory has 2 zones. As the name indicates, Carper-Cape, there are 2 regions, Carper and Cape. Look at this picture, Carper-Cape theory. The Carper zone forms the body and the Cape zone forms the cap. Cape, it produces the cap, Carper produces the body. This theory is equivalent to tunica corpus theory. In the previous class you learned about shoot apical meristem. There was a theory tunica corpus. There tunica and corpus shoot system is divided into. Likewise, this Carper-Cape theory shows 2 regions, Carper and Cape. When you look at this diagram very closely, you found there are 2 divisions, T-shaped division and Y-shaped divisions. The T-shaped division, the 2 divisions are distinguished by the T. This T is also called Y, either T or Y-shaped divisions. The Carper is characterized by, this part, Carper is characterized by inverted T divisions. It looks like inverted T divisions, Carper. And Cape by straight T divisions. This is the straight T, this is the inverted T. Carper is characterized by inverted T and Cape by straight T divisions. Next theory is quiescent center theory, proposed by Close. This quiescent center explains root apical meristem activity of the root apical meristem. There is a question, what is called quiescent center? the apparently inactive region of cells in root promeristem is called quiescent center. So this question, what is quiescent center? This part, this is the apparently inactive region of cells in root promeristem. This part, inactive part, is called quiescent center. It's the site of hormone synthesis. Hormones are synthesized in this region. Also, the ultimate source of all meristematic cells in this region. So I hope that you understand these four theories very clear. Let's move to the next topic, tissue system. Tissue systems. As you have learned, the plant cells are organized into tissues. In turn, the tissues are organized into organs. Different organs in a plant show differences in their internal structure. So first of all, you learn about what is tissue system. A group of tissues, the definition of tissue system is a group of tissues performing a similar function. Here is a group of tissues which performing a similar function of its position, irrespective of its position in the plant body, is called the tissue system. In the year 1875, there was a German scientist, Julius von Sachs, recognized three different types of tissue system, namely epidermal tissue system, ground tissue system, and vascular tissue system. Today you are going to learn in brief about this epidermal tissue system. Epidermal tissue system is the outermost layer. Outermost layer of the tissue system is epidermis. It is in direct contact with the external environment. It consists of epidermis, which is derived from protoderm. Protoderm derives this epidermal layer. There are two Greek words, epi and derma. Epi is the meaning upon, derma is the meaning skin. It is made up of a single layer of parenchymatous cells. A single layer of parenchymatous cells which are closely arranged without intercellular spaces. Here and there it is interrupted by stomata. Stoma are the small openings present in the epidermis. When you observe the leaf epidermis consists of two, upper and the lower epidermis. In between, mesophyll tissues are present. Above this epidermis, there is a thick waxy coat called cuticle. Cuticle is the waxy coat which checks transpiration. There are minute pores called stoma. Stomata, a stoma is surrounded by, this is the opening or pore is called stoma, surrounded by two bean-shaped cells called guard cells. In the epidermis, the guard cells contain chloroplast. Remaining cells in the epidermis which do not possess chloroplast. Then surrounded by this guard cell, there is another cell called as subsidiary cells. Stomata are the minute pores surrounded by two guard cells. Most of the guard cells are bean shaped, but in grasses it is dumbbell shaped. The stomata occur mainly in the epidermis of the leaf. In the epidermis of the leaf, mainly stoma is present. In some plants, in addition to guard cells, there are specialized epidermal cells. They are called subsidiary cells. Based on the number and arrangement of subsidiary cells, there are various types of stomata are recognized. The guard cells and the subsidiary cells helps in opening and closing movement. This stomata which shows two mechanisms, opening and closing. The function is transpiration and exchange gases, gaseous exchange. Then there are number of epidermal outgrowths. These are the epidermal outgrowths. The unicellular, this is unicellular outgrowth, this is multicellular outgrowth, which is originate from the epidermal cells. They are known as trichomes. They may be branched. This is branched trichome or unbranched trichomes. They assume many shapes and sizes, or it is glandular or non-glandular. Glandular example, rose and oxima. Then this epidermal layer is otherwise called piliferous layer of the root. There are two types of cells. When you closely observe this epidermis, there are two kinds of cells. One is long cell, another one is short cell. From the long cell, elongates into the root hair. The trichoblast are elongate into root hairs. This trichoblast, short cell is trichoblast, which elongates into root hair. Epidermal hairs also be in the form of stellate hairs. These are the star-shaped hair. These are the epidermal hairs which are star-shaped, known as stellate hairs. It is also present. Example, styrax. Many members of Malvaceae and Solanaceae, this type of star-shaped hairs are observed. Another region is prickles. Prickles are one type of epidermal emergences with no vascular supply. They are stiff and sharp and stiff in appearance. Example, common example is rose. Now, what are the functions of epidermis, epidermal tissue system? This system in the shoot which checks excessive loss of water due to the presence of cuticle. This cuticle, due to the presence of this cuticle, it checks excess loss of water. And epidermis, you know, it is the outermost layer of the root stem as well as the leaf, which protects the underlying tissues. Stomata is involved in transpiration and gaseous exchange. This stoma is used for exchange, gas exchange and transpiration. The trichomes are helps for dispersal of fruits and seeds, and also it provides protection against animals. Prickles also provide protection against animals, and they also check excessive transpiration. In some of the rose plants, they also help in climbing. Then glandular hairs, which repel herbivorous animals. So these are the functions of epidermal tissue system. Main function is cuticle, which checks the loss of water, excessive loss of water. Epidermis protects the underlying tissues, and stomata involve transpiration and gaseous exchange. Prickles, which gives protection, and glandular hairs repel herbivorous animals. So today you learned 3 different questions. First question is theories of root apical meristem. 4 different types of theory. Learn this question and draw all the diagram in the class note. Then second question, tissue system. There are epidermal tissue system. Learn this type of tissue system, epidermal tissue system, and the functions of tissue system. Prepare well before the next class. Thank you.